It's my great pleasure to introduce to you Rowetta. Hello from Sydney.
Hi from Manchester. Good to speak
Well,
to you.
Oh, what's happening in Manchester right now? Anything exciting?
Raining, of course.
Well,
It is raining a bit.
it's like really hot in Sydney, so look out.
Is it going to be really hot? Because last time we came, it wasn't too bad. I don't know which month it was. I think it may have been earlier in the year last time, but it wasn't too bad because I don't like it too hot. Is it going to be really hot? Oh, yeah, because people go for Christmas to Australia for the heat and it's really hot. Oh, no. I better bring lots of fans then. Oh, no.
Yeah, look out. You better wear a hat and yeah,
I do
bring
that anyway.
fans.
Yeah, what sort of temperature are we talking?
Uh, well, Celsius,
Yeah.
probably around 30
Oh,
plus.
oh, oh. I can cope because I go to Ibiza a lot and it's hot there, but I try and stay out of the sun and stay at the bar, and then you're okay.
Well, someone like yourself has been in the industry, music industry for such a long time. What is the secret to longevity?
Well, definitely a few years ago I gave up smoking because I've never smoked anything other than cigarettes, but I gave up smoking because I was staying up all night smoking cigarettes, even smoking on stage. There's lots of pictures of myself and
Really?
Sean. Yeah, with cigarettes in our hand, in our mouth. And then when they'd go out, we'd light another one up on stage. And we were just smoking too much late nights. So I think when you get a bit older, you need to cut out the partying a little bit. Maybe so like if we do like 4 gigs in a week, only party really heavy one night and don't smoke. The rest of the nights go to bed. And when we come to Australia, it's not so bad because we literally have flights the next morning for most gigs. So we're forced to go to bed or stay up all night and roll with it. But most of the lads now, they've settled down and, they're all quiet and they don't party as much. Really, it's only me and Bez. And I think Bez is coming with his wife, his new wife. So I don't think he'll be partying. So it'll just be me, probably, and maybe the guitarist, Mark, and our keyboard player, Dan. They like to party still.
When it comes to smoking, though, have you ever had any like the the alternative cigarettes that are around at the moment, or not?
I did briefly, but they hurt my throat. I didn't. I just never tried the vapes because they did damage my throat because I'm a singer. So I got these little things put in my ear, neuroacupuncture, and it worked straight away 16 years ago. Although somebody
Yeah.
told me it was only 12 years ago, but it really does help. And so I'm back, I'm ready, and that's the longevity for my voice. The rest of it, I think, is just I had children very young, so I've got all the energy. My children are now older than me, so they act older than me. So I feel like I was when I was a teenager because I've not got really much responsibilities now. So I can really put everything into my singing and my bands and my career and doing what I like to do and traveling. And I don't have to worry about young kids and stuff like that or a boring husband at home. I just do what I want to do and put it all into the because I love what I do. I love the band I'm in. I love the music we do. I
Yeah.
do sing people. I keep it fresh, and yeah, and I love writing and singing is all that I love to do. And gigging. I mean, when lockdown was on, I just felt lost, like a lot of performers and like a lot of people did. There were no gigs, so for people like me, that was my life. Being on a stage, it nearly broke me because I was like, I didn't realize how much and how important it was singing to an audience and being with people. Um, the performing side. I'm all right living on my own and with my own space, but missing that performing. So, I mean, last time we came, it was before the lockdown. This time, I just thought this would never happen. We all did a few years ago. We thought we're never going to see a gig again. We're never going to be on stage again. So it's brilliant that we're getting to come again. And I'm just really, really excited.
You said boring without a husband. So being single and being so musical orientated, that must be amazing, though. You're doing what you love.
Yeah, I'm saying as well. I haven't got a boring husband saying, "Where have you been? Where are you? What time are you coming home?" I've had husbands that are boring and they don't like because I hang out with a lot of lads, whether it's in a
Right.
band or late at night. As I do sing house music, so I'm singing with a lot and girls as well. But I
Yeah.
don't need a jealous, boring husband at home because I make my own money and I love what I do. but I don't like having a time where I've got to come home, you know, or I don't even like a day where I've got to come home, you know, like when someone's got my dog, and I get told, are you coming home today? And it's like, no, I'll come home tomorrow. Hopefully I don't miss any flights back to Manchester because I have a gig when I get back. But just really, really excited. It's just a shame. Last time we came, we didn't get to see anything. I didn't even see the Opera House. I didn't see
What?
anything.
Why?
No, but we didn't have time. We literally, I think we got there. I think we did. Me and Bez, myself and Bez were doing after parties as well. So there literally was no. You had to sleep in order to sing and perform well. So I think I think some of the crew maybe went out. We had like a space of an hour to go and see the Opera House, but it would have meant missing sound check or missing something. So I just decided to give it everything to Sydney, and as I always do wherever I go. But yeah, it's a shame we saw nothing. So I was tempted to steal people's photographs and Photoshop myself. But I didn't.
Well,
Maybe
I hate to say this, Rowetta, but I see the Opera House nearly every second day, and I just walk past it.
I know. Well, people do. They do that in England and Manchester, and
Yeah.
we take it for granted. It was just literally. I was just saying, literally, I saw no sights. Because it's for me, it is all about the gig and the people. So that's the most important thing. And if we have a day off, I mean, we went to a beach somewhere. I don't know where it was. But we literally had half a day off, and that's the only time saw anything, and it was a beach, because that's what I love to do, because we don't have a beach in Manchester.
No.
So where I do try and find the sea, because I love the sea, and and the beach.
Is it a tougher business than when you first started? Like, how has it changed?
Yeah, well, for me, no, because the performing and the audiences are there. That's the most important thing. It depends how ambitious you are, probably. I think it's brilliant. I'm still doing it, and we're still doing. I've been in this band since 1990. But yes, we've took a lot in between. But for since 2012, we've been doing this again. So it's been amazing. But it's just the social media that's different now. Record companies, record labels are different. We're lucky we do well. I don't have a problem with my house music getting record deals, because I'm working with people like Oliver Heldens and Salado.
Yeah.
So but it's because probably that I'm so established now that I don't find it as difficult. I think if you were new coming into it now, it would be pretty difficult, because there's so many people can sing, and don't they love to sing to the cameras? Don't they on Instagram and singing covers all day long, and it works for some of them. But I mean, I've got a voice, but you won't really catch me singing to camera every day. You know, I practice every day, and I like to sing in my studio, but I'm not going to bore people with me singing everything. The alphabet. No, I'm saying though, it's a bit self-indulgent, I think, but I'm lucky because I do every day anyway, so I don't need that Instagram audience like some people do, and it works for a lot of people. That's sometimes how you get a deal now, or how you get spotted. So I'm not blaming them. I'm just saying, seems like everybody can sing, or everybody wants to be famous, which it's a double-edged sword. If you want to be famous, I don't recommend wanting to be famous for the sake of it. If you haven't got the talent, you shouldn't really be in this game, because it's a tough game. You're not going to be successful forever. Most people aren't. As I say, we're very lucky, but you have to work for your luck. Work really, really hard,
Well, you've obviously worked hard for your luck. Why are the Happy Mondays part of your life still? Why are they still popular? Like, they still resonate with the crowds?
Well, it's all about the music, because the music's really good. And I do think, I knew it was the band I wanted to join in 1990, so I pursued it. I always say 6 months, but I think it was more like 3 months, and then invited the manager to come and see me. They didn't want a girl in the band. But when they heard, said, "Oh, you're madder than them, and you've got this great voice." So I sang on Step On, and then it just carried on. I've been in the band now for so long, but I know that I knew I'd lift those songs up, because I loved them before I joined. But when I joined, there was like girls started listening, and we started having Top of the Pops and straight to number 5 with Step On. But I knew my voice is going to make it more commercial, and I've just fit in with them so well. We're like family. I took Sean and Paul's mum out the other night, and Gazzy's mum, our drummer.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, to a Manchester United event where I was singing, because they're in their 80s now, and they wanted to meet the players, and if you haven't met them yet, and I was singing at a Manchester United event, so I thought I'll take the mums out. I look after my mum, she's got dementia, so it is nice, the things you can do because you're in this position is fantastic. But don't
Yeah.
forget your roots is a really big thing. And I think that's why I still do well on the Mondays, because, you know, quite a lot of us still live in Manchester. We've not left. We're still really family orientated, a lot of us, keeping grounded with the same friends. Well, some of our friends were a bit wild back in the day. But yeah, it's the music all along why we keep going, and we're getting better live. If you see our reviews, it's incredible. Last time we came to Australia and New Zealand, the reviews were incredible, and they just seem to be getting better. We did have our bass player passed away last year, Sean's
Yeah.
brother, Ryder, so that was devastating. But we've carried on, and we're very, very lucky that a guy called Mikey filled in for Paul when Paul couldn't make it because he used to live in LA. So we had a ready-made bass player to fit in that plays with Black Grape. So we were very lucky in that respect. But it was so hard at the beginning to go on without him. You know, I sang at his funeral, but and we miss him dearly. But we have carried on, and now it is a year later. We're able to do it, you know, without really. It felt like grieving on stage last year, but now it's it did, because I travelled next to him on the bus or in front, you know, adjacent to each other. But it was just yeah, heartbreaking, but we've carried on. And at the end of the day, he wrote those bass lines. They're incredible. And we are like a family.
Definitely.
And as I say, we've carried on because it was inevitable eventually. You know, we're in the 50s and 60s now. We are going to lose band members eventually. We're going to lose, you know, we lost Eric Ryder, who was our stage manager. That, you know, unfortunately we are losing people because we get older, but devastating. But we've carried on, and the reviews are brilliant. And wait till you see it. You know, we are. I'm just really, really proud of the boys. You know, and myself and all the crew, because we've just got together, and you know, after the beginning bit, we party again now, and it feels like not like we're kids again, because everybody was a bit mad, but it feels like we're a great unit, and that's great.
Yeah, you've just been like performing and you're getting great reviews. It must make you feel amazing and just want to keep going, keep doing more productive music.
I just do give it everything, you know. As I say, I sing every day, right? Most of the time at home I have a studio, so to get those reviews and the audience feedback straight away, which we didn't have back in the day, where people film it, and it doesn't really bother me because I like watching them when I get home, when everyone's got the phones out. It's a shame they don't dance. Usually though, they filmed a couple of the songs. Usually it's Step On and Kinky.
Yeah.
Usually film the first and the last couple of songs, but the rest of the time they are dancing and singing along. And it's just, with that kind of band, the songs are very much, you can sing along, dance, and enjoy yourself. And you don't have to be drunk to do it. You can just, the music is good enough without that. A lot of people, I think, they overindulge before they come to our gigs, and they're drunk before they start, and you're going to get thrown out or pass out. So just come to the party without all that. And because we're much more tame now, and it's brilliant.
What do you think, going through the different eras of people like just standing there and enjoying the music to now holding up mobile phones? That doesn't distract you at all?
It doesn't distract me. I know it does some people, but no, because we're used to it now. It's been going on for so long. As I say, most people, they don't want to lose the battery, so they usually do a couple of songs. It's like the photographers at the front of the stage with the first 3 songs. And I don't, you know, I find that more distracting. But you have, because you don't want to look terrible, and you never look good from down there. They're going up my skirt half the time with the cameras, not on purpose. No. So, you know, you end up not wanting to move or, you know, pull your face, but you have to forget about it. But it's only for 3 songs. So the cameras are very much like this. By the time it's we do Step On or Rope for Luck at the end, these usually the batteries are running out anyway. So it's not dance music, I think, is worse. When I do my house tunes, they're all like that at the DJ and at me doing a PA. That can be worse, but I don't find it distracting at all. And I don't get my phone out and film a whole gig. But when I went to see Prince, and I was in the sound booth, and it said no cameras, no photographs, and I was in the sound box though with the sound engineer because he's my friend, and I sneakily just took a couple. And so it's the last time I saw Prince at the Manchester Academy, and I'm glad I did. I didn't film it, but I took a couple of pictures. And why wouldn't you want to do that if you're a big fan, and if you paid a load of money for a ticket, like a lot of people have? Do whatever you want to do. Just, you know, I don't like rules at gigs, as long as you're not rude, you know, or you know, you're not too distracting, you know, and no violence, obviously, or no being violently ill. Just enjoy the night. And if you're holding a phone is what you want to do, so what, you know, it's life now. It doesn't bother me. It doesn't bother any of us, I don't think.
Good. While she was alive, did you ever meet the Queen? Did you ever have a passing moment with royalty?
I didn't know. I never met her at all. I think Prince
Oh.
Charles came to. No, I didn't. No, no, she forgot to give me a knighthood or a damehood or whatever you call it. No, no. The only one I met when I was at school was at a school called Berry Grammar with the same school as Victoria Wood. I don't know if you know her. She's a
Right.
famous comedian. And Prince Charles visited there, and I had to sing. So, but I didn't meet him. You know, I literally sang while he was in the
Yeah.
assembly bit. So
How do
that's
you
it.
how do you maintain your like attractive looks and just young personality? Like you look amazing, you look
Oh, I've
fresh.
got no makeup on today. Thank you.
Well, you look amazing. Like it doesn't. I'm not even worried about makeup. You look terrific, and you're
Oh, thank you.
so fit. Like, is there something? Is there a secret, or do you just like eat well, or don't
Yeah.
drink? What is it?
I drink whiskey. That's all I drink. Scotch
Well,
whiskey.
that's all right.
Yeah, with Diet Coke. No, and I don't keep to a diet. I don't go to the gym or anything like that. And I'm not that fit, to be honest. I do dance, obviously, with the band, and I go out dancing when I do my clubs in Ibiza and stuff. But it's the genes, definitely, in my genes. My grandma was 90 and she had a 68-year-old boyfriend from Ireland.
Wow.
And he died before she did. And my mum now, and her skin was amazing. Her feet looked terrible, but her skin was amazing. And my mum now, she's 85. She's got the most beautiful skin. So, and she's not black. She's a Jewish lady, and she's got the most beautiful soft skin. I think it's Manchester weather because we're not in the sun. Our
Right.
skin. Excuse
Well,
me.
get ready because I know you've been to Australia or before, but there's a lot of sun down here, so be careful.
I won't be going sightseeing then, will I? I'll just be in my room in the air conditioning. At least you have aircon.
You're an advocate for domestic violence.
I am.
How do you think that is progressing over the years? Is that improving with people like speaking up? What's your feeling of that?
Well, I did a campaign when the World Cup was going on a few years ago, and I fronted the campaign with Manchester Police,
Yep.
and it enabled people. And that's when I realised it's so much easier for people to report it now. It used to be impossible for me when I
Sure.
wanted. We had one phone in the house, and I couldn't get to that phone, and I'd
Mm.
have to run out and get to a phone box. Nowadays, it's these numbers you can ring, these online you can ring, you can report it for other people, and the police understand more than they've ever known. Over here, they do understand. They try and excuse me,
That's all right.
like work together with people like me who've gone through it. And the problem is when I talk about it too much, I get too upset and it
Sure.
takes me back. So I do a
Mm.
campaign and I leave it
Good.
because of the internet. Women and men who are going through it now will contact me. And I find that very, very difficult because I can't physically get them out of their situation. But they want me to, but I can't. And I'm not a psychologist or a,
Sure.
excuse me. Oops.
That's okay. You look like you're. Let me do the talking.
I've got,
That's all right. When it comes to music, what's your most admired era? Is it 80s, 90s, 2000s? What music era do you like?
I love punk. When I was a kid, I loved punk, the
Sex
70s.
Pistols?
Sex Pistols, and my favourite band at the time were Crass when I was about 13, which is a
Right.
bit heavy for most people. But I love Marvin Gaye as far as the voice goes.
Mm.
Whatever. I just don't care what the era is. I think good music can
Yep.
come from any of the eras. I don't love a lot of the I don't like pop as much as I like other
Okay.
genres. Anything too poppy. Um I like Kylie Minogue's Confide in Me, but I wouldn't like I Should Be So Lucky. It's too pop for me. You know, I don't like anything too pop. Although I
Well,
can't get you out of my head's great. I did a song actually with one of the writers, Rob Davis,
oh
not long
yeah.
ago. Yeah, so but yeah, it's just anything too poppy is not for me. I've only sung a couple of pop songs and just regretted it. It's like, oh no, because I'm a punk at heart and I like real songs about real things with real music that hits you, whether it's the lyric and real singers that sing to you, whether it's punk voices or Marvin Gaye or Gladys
Mm.
Knight. I
Yeah.
just like real singers. Sinead O'Connor was another great who
Oh,
really hit
wasn't that was so sad.
really sad. I actually just came back from London Fashion Week yesterday to a show that was dedicated to her. My friend Pam Hogg
Oh,
dedicated. It was all Sinead O'Connor. It was stunning, and the fashion was stunning.
I've always admired Sinead, and it was very sad when I heard of her passing. A couple of quick questions before we wrap up. Have you
Before I
ever
die of
had?
coughing. Sorry.
That's all right. Please
Let me
don't
have a drink.
have a drink. Make sure you're okay. uh, have you ever had like a wardrobe malfunction or something on stage where you just went whoops and had to get off? Because I've
That's a
seen
funny
so
question.
many like videos of you and you seem to be so in control. Have you ever had like a mishap?
No, I think a lot of my clothes look like I have. They look like they shouldn't have them on. I do. Right, Bez always says I suit, them really cheap fancy dress outfits. Like if it says wench, then I'll wear it.
Right.
Or sailor girl, or anything. And they usually cost about £10, 10 English pounds, and they cost nothing, maybe 14.99. And then the last one. So quite often they will rip on stage, but I've
Right.
never had anything slip out, my bum or my boob or
Right.
anything. It's never slipped out. I'm trying to think. Sean used to always have his zip undone, flies undone, always, and
Oops.
no, but you couldn't see anything. But people used to just focus on that. I remember, and I used to say, "Do them up." I think it was when button flies were going, but I don't think we've ever had any. No, no wardrobe. As I say, my clothes I like to wear unique, unusual. I get my dresses made.
Yes.
Usually I design them. I like designing. I'm wearing actually things devoted to Australia when I come as well. I did last time.
Good.
I wore a skirt, but I always wear something that goes with a theme. I'm singing with a group called Shed Seven soon, so I wear something that's related to them, and I've always done that. So with the Mondays, I wear Manchester things, but yeah, I get a lot of my clothes made, so nothing's going to go wrong usually, unless I want it to.
Right. Well, that's you better
I'm
let me
getting a
know
bit
if
old
that
for
happens.
that now.
Finally, what can people expect down under when you come and tour at with the Happy Mondays? Like, what's the concert going to consist of?
Well, a lot of energy from me and Bez, obviously. That's what I've loved as well with the reviews, that the songs are sounding better than ever, and they
Right.
really are. And the songs that you will know is 24-hour Party People Grace's Tits Tour. So
Yeah.
with just tweaked arrangements, but yeah, there's going to be the versions you love. If you love Loose Fit, it'll be a version you love, probably a Perfecto mix. Hallelujah, probably the Andy Weatherall, Paul Oakenfold mix. Rope for Luck, a great mix of Rope for Luck, and
Yeah.
Step On. At Kinky Afro, we do it's a Euro mix at the beginning. I usually start with the intro, so I'm hoping we start with Kinky Afro because it has a great intro. And yeah, but just a lot of fun, a lot of energy. I'm saying that it depends where you are in the tour. But no,
Yeah.
last time though, we honestly, even on the last gig, I think myself and Bez had a gig the night before, and we flew straight in, I think, to Auckland and performed, and then just did an almost back to back with after shows, and there were no bad gigs. We managed,
Right.
but you sleep on the flights, then you get to the hotel, you do a sound check, you go to sleep for 2 hours, and I loved it. Didn't have any jet lag, nothing, but it wasn't hot then. So I'm dreading it a bit now. You said it's going to be hot, but
It's
no,
going to be
it's
hot. Do you have
be
a say?
aircon in the theatres, aircon in the theatres.
Yeah, aircon in the theaters, but make sure you've got some water because I know how hard you work.
Like
Uh,
I only drink flavored water, so yeah, I'll just get some flavored water.
do you have any say in the set list?
A little bit, because I travel now next to Dan, who arranges the set list with
Yeah.
Sean. But really, Sean likes to stick to the same songs, really, and it's more about can we tweak the arrangements. So, to be honest, we know what the fans want as well, because and because I do most of the social media, a lot of it.
Yeah.
So they ask, can we? There's obviously songs they want to hear. There's songs though from the back catalogue I wish we would do more often, but that will be up to Sean. The songs before I joined. Tart, I wish, and I always ask for. So I have a say in a way, but really it's down to Sean has to want to sing the songs that I'm not on. I can't say we must do Tart because I'm not on it. And it's just that as a fan, I would like to hear it. So yes and no. The band at the end of the day, there's sometimes I want to do Rave On, and somebody doesn't feel like playing that, then no. And then I go, if I have sometimes I'm given a choice, there's only time to do, because sometimes restricted to an hour or whatever. So I get a choice to do Rave On or Bob's Your Uncle. And I'm like, oh, I can't decide. So I let somebody else decide, because I love singing them all, and that's the truth of it. There's nothing, I thought by now I wouldn't want to sing Step On anymore, but because we do it a little bit different, and it's different each time with the sort of band we are. then the crowds are always different. Sometimes it's children there, sometimes it's mums and dads, and then brothers who thought they'd never see us, but the brothers got them into us. So
Yeah.
that's what's happened. Last time we came over, there were people who thought they'd never see the Mondays live again.
Wow.
Because,
okay.
you know, and especially the original lineup, you know, we've only lost one member, now two, because of Paul Ryder.
Sure.
So, and Paul Davis didn't play. So now, you know, this may be the last time we come over as the original lineup. You don't know, but last time a lot of people said we never thought we'd see this. So I think they've had a version went over, but I wasn't in that, and neither was three of the other bands. So yeah, this is as near as you're going to get to the original lineup again, and it's going to be brilliant.
Look, I can't believe how popular and how integrated the band is with Australian and New Zealand audiences. Finally, though, who would you like to collaborate with?
Oh, well, I'm collaborating with loads now. I'm collaborating with Shed 7 at the moment. That tune's out in a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
It's fantastic. It's called In Ecstasy. It's produced by Youth. I've got a tune out at the moment with Junior Sanchez, who is incredible. But I've got lots of things coming out. I was talking to Bobby from Primal Scream. I'd love to do something with him.
Really?
Echo and the Bunnymen, Ian McCulloch, we both sang at Paul Ryder's funeral. Yeah. Ian Brown, I'm talking about working with him. And a new group called Pastel. They're brilliant from Manchester. Yeah, I'm going to see them on Friday. And so we've been talking about we're going to do a tune together, hopefully. But yeah, there's lots of people. Tim Booth from James. He was watching me side of stage, and we've worked together before. So there's a lot. And luckily I'm in a position. I think it is because there's not many queens in Manchester. They call me the Queen of Manchester. So I can say I do have a little pick of I can work with them. And I'm really, really lucky in that respect. But I've got a lot of people on my list, on my bucket list. I don't have places on my bucket list. I have people I want to sing with. And I think I'm going to get through as many as I can before I pop my clogs.
Well, thank you very much for talking to me. It's my bucket list has just happened because I've spoken to Rowetta, and you're gorgeous. You're really interesting and informative, and have so much like talent that has been going for so many years. I don't know what else to say, but thank you.
I hope you're coming to the gig. I hope you're going to be able to come.
Yeah, I'm a hugger. I'll probably give you a hug.
Right, I'll have to hold my boobs in.
Oh, look out. Thank you so much for your time.
Oh, thank you. Lots of love. That's been brilliant. Thank you.